Hi guys, I'm Aussie and welcome to Season 7, Episode 7 of the First Star Challenge with Leeds United as we look to win the Champions League with the club for the first time. And today we have Chelsea twice, once in the league, once in the Carabao Cup quarter-final, both away from home. So it's going to be two very, very tough games for us. Now we start today, there was a question in the comments to have a quick look at our manager profile. So I thought we'd come and do that to start with. We can see our preferred style is vertical tiki-taka. I'm not really sure exactly. That's apparently how we play. For preferred formation is the 4-2-3-1. Probably fair enough. Playing style is standard. Second formation is unknown, which it's not because we know that we play with the two strikers up top from time to time. We can see there our characteristics. Hands-on approach. I do like to delegate a lot of stuff to the backroom staff, so that's fair enough. Reputation is at 85%, so we're getting there. Probably a Champions League away from 100. Loyalty to players is pretty high as well. And domestic bias, I mean, I thought I'm a little bit better than 25%, but that's all right. We live in a global society, don't we? Anyway, the attributes here we can see are looking pretty good. I'm not a goalkeeping coach. I'm not adaptable, but then again, we've been at Leeds United the whole time, so that's probably fair enough. Fitness of 12 is very, very generous for me, I have to say. But otherwise, yeah, we're not looking too bad. And we can see here we have, what do we got here? We've won, our win percentage is 64%, basically, which it's not too bad considering we were a promoted team at one point. We have a goal difference of plus 413, which is very nice. And we've scored 717 goals, so we're closing in on the 1,000th goal at Leeds United. But we're probably a few seasons away from that just yet, unless things go really, really well for the end of this season. So that's our manager profile. And there's one other thing to catch you up on. And that is we have our preview for the new youth intake, and it doesn't look great. We don't have any great number. We don't have any great players. Try that again. We don't have any great number of players coming through in any single position. We have no defensive midfielders. Most of our goalkeepers are not good enough. Most of our centre-backs aren't good enough. Most of the new midfielders aren't good enough. The next couple of wide midfielders don't look great. Most of our attacking midfielders coming through look to be below the standard. Most of our new strikers coming through don't look like they'll make the required standard. And it seems as though the wing-backs are also rubbish. So don't expect much from this youth intake. Just what you want to hear. We are getting to a pretty elite level now. It might be there's a few players there that sort of might make it sort of like a championship level we can maybe sell on, but yeah, it doesn't look like the next Max Dean or Gary Turpie is not going to be in the next youth intake. Now, we do have a couple of games to catch you up on since last episode, the first one being a game against Newcastle in the Premier League. We got the perfect start. Ian Doopy heading in Miranda's cross in the opening minute for his first Leeds goal. Fati and Doopy combined for Haaland to double our lead. Before Haaland sealed the points in the second half, ending a goal-mouth scramble. So a good performance this one, got off to the perfect start. Doopy getting his goal in the first minute, Haaland added two more. You can see their best player was their goalkeeper. We dominated the game despite not having any possession, which is slightly worrying, but we went with the Remonteur again, and it's working. For whatever reason, it just seems to be working. The next game was the final Champions League group stage game against Barcelona. We took the lead late in the first half thanks to a great solo effort from Masane Indao. But Barcelona got the equaliser in the second half. So we rotated for this one. We were below our best. Indao with a nice goal, getting himself underway in the Champions League. A good free kick from them, but it was an even game. Like I say, we rotated. We were below our best, but slightly frustrating. I thought we could have and possibly should have won the game. But it didn't really matter. As I said, we rotated because we were already through at top of the group. And that just kind of is what it is. You can see there we won the group comfortably in the end. Barcelona go through with us. Even if we beat them, it wouldn't have made a difference. They still would have gone through. We've got our FA Cup third round draw at home to Crystal Palace. I think I mentioned that last episode. And in the league, we're 4 points clear of Liverpool with a game against Chelsea coming up here. Now, Chelsea have been in decent form lately. They go off to a little bit of a slow start. They're still a long ways back from us, but they can still obviously be a dangerous team. Let's have a quick look at what we're doing here against Chelsea, and you'll see we're away from home. We are the favourites, maybe surprisingly. Sergio Conceição is their manager. They're an adventurous, direct playing style. We can see Conceição there. Decent man manager, decent motivating. He's obviously decent at his job. This is what we're expecting from them. We are expecting a 4-4-2. You can see they just snuck past Bournemouth last time out. We can see they're maybe a little bit narrow. passing network is there. They do like to play out from the back, so we'll be trying to prevent that. And their key passes there, they do tend to like to get into the final third, don't they, before they sort of play that killer ball. This is a team that we're sending out. This is the formation that we're using. We do have, unfortunately, just a bit of fixture congestion. I think a lot of match-fatigued players. So it's not the strongest team that I would like to put out. I prefer to sort of have the weaker team out in the cup, but this is what we have. So it's Onana in goal. It's Pomgranic, Kane and Wood as the back three to counteract, of course, the 4-4-2. Dupi goes down the right, Vavake down the left. It's Alina and Turpie in midfield. Di Stefano comes into the number 10 role for this one with Leao and Abel Ruiz up top. Let's go. So there we go. Everybody is lining up as expected. This was sort of more the team I was hoping to play in the Carabao Cup game. So like I say, it's not ideal, but we'll just kind of see how we do here. Jardem says, do it for the fans. Let's go a little bit of passion. I mean, it is a derby, isn't it? Or a rivalry, if not a derby. Just go out there and impress me, boys, I think. Let's just go with that. Some calm, we have faith. And let's hope we go out there and put on a display. Alright, they're all waiting for the game to get underway. I do have to say a big thank you to a new Patreon supporter of mine, Vincent Mascarello. Thank you so much, mate. There is a link down in the description if anybody else enjoys my content and is able to. I know it's not the best time for everybody right now, but it is greatly appreciated. So thank you so much. Oh, Abel Ruiz, almost a perfect start there. So thank you so much, not just Vincent, the rest of my Patreon supporters. And if you can't, it's fine. Just keep watching those ads for me. And yeah, I'm more than grateful. Alright, this is not the best defending of a set piece that we've seen there. We do seem to have got men back now. Ball comes in, it's headed towards goal, just over the bar. Onana was watching and he didn't seem worried, so we'll give him the benefit of the doubt, say he had that covered. We'll give it a get creative as well, and see what we can do here. This might be one of those games that, away from home, we accept a draw, especially given the lack of sort of first choice players that were available for this one. Turpie's got himself a booking. Wood's there to head clear the corner. Still danger though. It's a little bit too much time and space. Edge of the area. It's a simple header and we're 1-0 down. We haven't particularly looked up for this yet, have we? We've been giving them too much time, too much space, and decent header away there, but no one's gone out to Kovacic. He's got a ball to the back post. Who's that? Kane's caught underneath it, and Sewell can't really miss from there. It's a simple header. Alright, come on, boys. Let's get ourselves going here, please. Alright, let's try exploiting the flanks. They did look a little bit narrow in that heat map. I just cancelled that, didn't I? What an idiot. No, I didn't. Okay. I tell you what, we've not looked particularly... Look at that, anxious. We don't look good here whatsoever. Here we go with Dupi, tackled away by Rice. Can we win that back, please? No, we can't. And Chelsea come again. It's header away there by Kane, who hasn't particularly looked brilliant. He's a little bit out of position there as well. Ball comes in again. Again, it's a header from Sewell, and we don't look great here, do we? We do not look great. Alright, so when we're defending, let's maybe defend with a little bit more width and see if we can stop those crosses coming in. We'll just try and get to the break. It's been a horrible performance, hasn't it? It's going to be one of these where we're going to have to be aggressive and say, show me something else. I know they're looking anxious and nervous, but it's really not good enough. I'm wondering... Let's try exploit the middle. Sometimes that works for us. Let's try pass the ball into space as well. We saw that worked for us well last season. Now, obviously, that's last season, not this season. But maybe Chelsea's coming at us a little bit here. Alina exchanges passes with Vavake. Back to Alina. Can we get a little bit of quality here? There it is for Di Stefano. Back to Alina. Alina, there's a good ball for Dupi. Getting forward. Dupi strikes it. It's there for Leao. Leao taps it in. And we've equalised early in the second half. Much better. That's what we like to see. A little bit of a rocket up them at half time. And it seems to have worked. First time we've really seen us attacking with any sort of threat. Good ball to find Dupi. Dupi's shot. Keeper really could have done a lot better there, but Leao couldn't miss, really, could he? 8th goal of the season for him, and that is much more like it, boys. All right, we're still not looking the most anxious, the most confident. Di Stefano with a cross in, it's headed away. Turpie's going to retrieve that, though. What can he do? Goes back to Vavake. That's fine. Keep possession, boys. Do something sensible with it, though. Here we go with Di Stefano. He gets the ball in there for Turpey. Turpey with a little bit of space. Keeps it moving over the Doopy getting forward. Can he get across into the box? He's done really well. Sewell tackles it away. Doopy keeps possession though. He's got 2 men on him. It's hacked clear. And are we going to get caught on the break here? Ball over the top. Rodrigo's there. Not like this. Not like this. Onana makes the save. Pomgranic clears it into touch. And we just about get away with that one. Let's give it another get creative. Let's try and be a little bit more positive here. Turpey's not having a great game in there. He's on a booking. Let's bring Luis on for him. Let's just go central midfielder for him. He's more of a defensive player. Okay, so let's... Okay, you know what we'll do? We'll play him as the defensive midfielder, a deep line playmaker on support for Alina, who's a little bit better getting forward. Anyway, Abel Ruiz has not particularly shown up for this one as of yet. Let's try moving Abel Ruiz out to the Space Invader role. See, he's a little bit better from out wide in any case. Let's just see what we get with that. We've seen him running, cutting in. Abel Ruiz is a very, very dangerous player for us. I'm just wondering, maybe put him in a different position, give Chelsea something else to think about, and see where that takes us. Kovacic is injured. They've made their 3 subs now as well. Vervaeke and Abel Ruiz is injured. All right, so Bowen can come in for him. We'll stick with that. Haaland is match fatigued, which is why he's not playing this one. Vervaeke's got a bit of a knock, it looks like. Let's give it a get creative. Can we find a late 6 minutes of stoppage time? Wow, we've really come back into it second half. It's been much, much better. But in the end, we do just have to settle for the draw. As I said, maybe in the grand scheme of things, given the team that we had to pick as well, it's not the worst thing that could have happened. But it's not the best either, is it? So a lackluster performance, a point on the road to Chelsea is never a terrible point. It's a relatively serious one for Ruiz. About a month, maybe, yeah, about a month. Either 3 weeks, 4 weeks, it's about a month, isn't it? Anyway, guys, wait right there. We've got Chelsea again in the Carabao Cup. Well, that's do or die. We have to win that one, don't we? Okay, welcome back. Now, here's a nice little surprise. Before we get to the Chelsea game, we have the Champions League first knockout round draw. We have been seeded as group winners. So let's go and have a look and see who else. CSKA Moscow was a group winner. There you go. You've seen everything now. Behind my head, there is Atletico Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain, and Schalke as well as a group winner. With Moscow, Liverpool, Real Madrid, and Spurs. Now, this makes me fear a little bit what's in this second pot, looking at some of those group winners. But it is Monaco, Lyon, it is Milan, Roma, Barcelona, who we can't get, Manchester United, who we can't get, Napoli, and Sevilla. So looking at that, I mean, it could be a lot worse, couldn't it? I'd say the 2 best teams there we can't get. Maybe I'd like to avoid Monaco and Lyon. They can be tricky. Let's get the automatic draw here going, and let's see who we get. First team out of the hat is Sevilla. Sevilla gets Leeds United. Well, there we go. There goes the tension for that one. We are playing Sevilla. Again, that looks relatively doable. Milan get Real Madrid. That's a good tie for the purists. Barcelona get Liverpool. There's a classic one as well. Lyon, they get Schalke. I think both will be happy with that. Roma, they get Paris Saint-Germain. So that might be the end of Roma. Manchester United get Moscow. Manchester United, man. Who do they sleep with to get these draws, honestly? It is Monaco and Atletico Madrid, who of course are the 2-time defending champions and our conquerors in the final last year. And Napoli get Spurs. So there we go. It could be a lot worse, that's for sure. I think we'll take Sevilla and fancy ourselves in beating them. But now on to Chelsea. Now they are the favourites for this one, being the cup tie. You can see that historically 4 wins apiece, 5 draws. So it's gonna. Oh, we've got a lady referee. Well done to Rebecca Welch. So yeah, that's that. Now, if you're wondering what happened in the league, Liverpool, they did win just the 6-1 over Burnley. So yeah, no doubts there as them dropping points. But there's still, 12 points clear of the rest of the field. So it's looking as though it's going to be a 2-horse race this year. But right now, as I said, it's all about cup football. We just played them. We know roughly what to expect from them. We do have an analysis report from the 1-1 game. We can see here that they were a little bit different shape to what we were maybe expecting when we played them. We can see their passing networks and their key passes as well. This is a team we're sending out. Now, this is obviously a different formation. I'm trying to hold some players back the likes of, well, you can see him on the bench here, Mariba, Fati, for example, for the league fixtures, because it's obviously a more important game for us, the Premier League game, trying to win that or hold on to our title. So it's going to be Onana in this one. It's Miranda, Suter, Dean, and Mahoney back over as right back for this one. Phillips and Turpey go into midfield, and Dow. He's a young, high, talented player. We've got to try and give him game time, so he gets to start in this one. He did a good job against Barcelona. It's Renier and Bowen on the left, and it's Haaland going up top for us. Let's go. So there you go, they are playing the 4-4-2 again. I just thought maybe like a little bit of width perhaps last time to break them down, so that's why we're going with this. We're risking man for man at the back, but we'll just have to kind of hope that gets the job done for us. Alright, we'll go with, we've got let's show what we're capable of. Can we say that with a little bit of passion? Let's try that. Some calm, we have faith. I mean, we do have a little bit to lose, but we're certainly not favourites, so. And here we go. Yeah, I mean, the Carabao Cup is not of great importance. I don't actually think we've won it yet, so maybe we should take it a little bit more seriously than maybe I am. But I just feel like, at this point, I'd rather win the league. We've got almost a horrible start for us there. I mean, it is still a strong team. This is the formation we played against Barcelona as well. So I'm hoping, we don't play with the wingers as often now. So I'm hoping it'll sort of be a little bit more effective for us. And also just to keep changing things up so that we don't get too predictable, because I think that may have been what happened before. Yeah, but we'll obviously wait and see. We do have Fati on the bench, so I'm not quite sure what happened there, but Mahoney's come away with the ball. Back to Onana, and are we going to be able to build from the back here, I wonder? Yeah, we do have Fati on the bench and Mariba, so we can change things and go sort of as a better team, I guess, if we need to. But we'll wait and see what this team can do. Ball forward there for Turpey. Turpey spreads it over to Endow. What can the youngster do? He goes early for Haaland. Erling Haaland's in behind the defensive line, and Erling Haaland sticks away the chance. It's 1-0 Leeds United. Endow with a cracking little ball. And Haaland, not always known for his composed finishing. He had it on that occasion, though. Look at this. Turpey with a really good ball out to find Endow. Endow had so much space. Chips the ball in perfectly for Haaland's run. Goalkeeper stranded. Haaland tucks it away. Only the 6th goal for Haaland. But if he's going to get his goal-scoring boots back on, then we're going to be a very, very good team again. So far, so good. We've played really, really well. We're dominating possession. We're limiting their chances. Let's try a little bit of a demand more, perhaps, and see if we can go and get this second goal. Here we go with the highlight. Mahoney in for Endow. Endow goes past 1. Endow goes past 2. Chips it back there for Mahoney. Mahoney infield for Turpey. Turpey infield for Renier. Renier back to Turpey. Is Turpey going to line one up? Phillips has it. Calvin Phillips has a good ball out there for Miranda. For Bowen. Oh, Bowen, the goalkeeper's had a nightmare, and Jared Bowen gets a second goal of the game. A second goal of the season for him as well. Miranda with the assist. That was nicely worked with a big, big helping hand from the goalkeeper. Quite literally, in fact, because it looked like he just sort of palmed it into his own net here. Let's have another look. Yeah, it's not great, is it? He's basically thrown it into his own net, essentially, there. But that's all right. We'll take it. It's 2-0 to Leeds United at Stamford Bridge. And here we go again. Can we make it 3 before the break? And Dow comes forward again. And Dow goes past 1. And Dow goes past 2. Has he got any support in the box? He's got Bowen getting forward. He goes himself. The goalkeeper makes a save twice. Oh, and Dow, could you have pulled it back across goal there for Bowen? But the goalkeeper's in the sort of form that you'd probably just back yourself to put it straight through him. And he tried twice and failed. Good first half performance, this one. Can we see it out to the break? It looks as though we can. There we go. That was much, much more like it. Where was that in the league, guys? Different team, different formation. Maybe we've mucked up in the league there a little bit. It's going to have to be an assertive. Don't get complacent. But yeah, we can only be pleased with that. It's been a really, really good performance from us. Turpey, always looking aggressive. Just, you're fine, mate. Keep going out there for me. Haaland with a goal. Let's get back out there and see what we can do. Is there anybody on the bench we want to give game time to? Not necessarily. Again, I'd like to try and keep players fresh where we can for the league fixture here. It is a bit of a shame that we couldn't have played a stronger team. I mean, we could have, but as I always say, match fatigue players tend to not play well and you just risk injury. Good ball in from Bowen. Goalkeeper claims that one. And is the highlight going to continue here? Early stages of the second half here. We've won that with Max Dean, but Chelsea have picked it up with Declan Rice. And are we going to see a Chelsea highlight here? Tamori comes forward. It's a decent pass. It's Sancho with the ball. They're spreading it from side to side. Can we get a clearance here? This is really, really dangerous stuff. And seconds into the second half, Chelsea's pulled one back, and it's the worst possible time. We'll tell them to concentrate. Third goal this year for Jadon Sancho. They've just pulled us from side to side, and in the end, it's a bit of a... Mahoney's had a bit of a nightmare there. Difficult one to get your head on to not put it into your own net, and we have a kickoff highlight. Now, is it going to go horribly, horribly wrong, or are we going to set things right? Turpey has the ball. Look at the space he has through the middle. He goes over there for Endow. Can he keep it in? He can, but not really. And are we going to go and concede 2 in 2 minutes? That would be nightmare stuff. Fabio Silva brings it forward. Souta's there. Good tackle from Johnny Souta. In the game with Turpey. Turpey gives it to Renier. Renier looks for Endow again. That's a better pass. Now can Endow pull it back? Will he go himself? Endow, it's blocked away. And Chelsea has it. They're not clearing their lines. Endow has it. Turn and shoot, mate. Turn and shoot. Penalty. Something, referee. It's becoming a long, old, scrappy highlight. And I don't like where this is headed. Don't do it. Don't do it. Oh, it's a horrible shot. He's lashed at it. And we just need to settle down a little bit here, please, boys. Turpey has the ball again. He's been involved in everything so far. Renier and Turpey exchange passes again. Endow has it. Endow is running into trouble left, right, and centre. We should pick that up though with Souta. He does, and he's been caught in possession. Oh, we need to change something here because we're just absolutely collapsing this second half. It's 2-2, and that is absolutely outrageous. We've thrown away a 2-goal lead that we worked so hard for in 7 friggin' minutes. Show some passion, boys. Concentrate. Souta, that was absolutely outrageous what you've done there. And we had... I mean, it's been, I would say, 7 minutes and we could have conceded 3 or 4 goals. Maybe we shouldn't be attacking, but that's on me. But, you know, you've got to show some sort of intent in life, don't you? But that is so frustrating. We're back to square one. And we've got a corner. Jared Bowen to take. Decent. Headed away. Rennie is there. Can he pick it up and find a teammate? Dean has it. He goes back to Mahoney. Out there to Jared Bowen. In for Turpey. For Endow. Endow. He goes over for the wrapping run there of Mahoney. Back in for Turpey. Turpey turns. Caught in possession again. And this is becoming a bit of a joke. What can we do? Fabio Silva's in again here. It's a good tackle from Max Dean. But we need to change what we're doing here because we're looking absolutely outrageous right now. We're being far too creative. And we just need to lower this tempo down, I think. We're giving the ball away. We're doing stupid things. And you wouldn't believe it. After the first half performance where we look quite good. It's just all been... It's been horrible this second half. Let's demand more. We're still having most of the ball, but I mean, we're doing our best to throw it all away, aren't we? All right, do we want to make any changes here? Turpey's had a decent game, but I do wonder if this just calls for Mariba now. I mean, I say Turpey's had a decent game. He's been involved in everything. He's had a busy game, maybe. We've seen him caught in possession a few times as well. That's a missed tackle. Esposito is in, and it's 3-2. And you wouldn't believe that we've thrown this away, would you? All right, now we do need to make changes. It's been a disgusting second half performance. Mariba, on your come, mates. Let's try him as box-to-box. Let's try Renier as the advanced playmaker in there. Let's try and get someone on with a little bit of control in there. Let's take... Endow's had a decent game. Let's get Bowen off for Fati. And... is there anything else we want to do? Miranda, no one at the Bucks had a great game, but we might just leave it. I'm wondering if maybe we want to do that. We need to go and get stuck in now. And I'm really it's so annoying, isn't it? We were cruising at half time. I said don't get complacent. At least I think I did. And the second half has been absolute outrage. It's been... we look like a championship club again, don't we? I mean, that's harsh on championship clubs. We look worse than that. Absolute shambles at the back. Should we have maybe gone a little bit more defensive in midfield at half-time? Perhaps there's an argument to say that. But, I mean, this isn't done yet. This isn't done yet. Let's go more direct. Well, I mean, now we can be creative if we want to because we're desperate to try and get ourselves back into this. We've got to close them down, don't we? There's no point trying to be compact. That ship has sailed. We'll tell them to get creative here if we can, but having taken the lead, Chelsea's showing us what we should have done, and you wouldn't believe it. 2-0 up at the break, and we've thrown it all away. Unbelievable. I am so upset at that. It is... I expect to see you in training. Yeah, that was horrible. No idea what's happened there. It was more than a disappointing collapse. It was an infuriating collapse. We put ourselves in a really, really good position. And then I do not understand what happened second half. I just don't understand what happened. It wasn't us, was it? We just could not pass the ball to each other. We were doing stupid things. And it's cost us a chance to win the Carabao Cup. But there we go. There we go. Anyway, that's it for today. If you have enjoyed that for whatever reason, please do hit thumbs up. Just the form's a little bit shaky of late, isn't it? Only 2 wins in our last few games there. But we'll try and turn things around. There's maybe some excuses there with playing rested teams, rotated teams in the Carabao Cup, in the Champions League. But yeah, we'll be back. I think what we'll do is we'll come back for Manchester United at home and the FA Cup third round against Crystal Palace. That'll be for next time, guys. Until then, I've been Aussie Bill, and thank you so much for watching. Take care.